What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Sports TV, and I am back with another video. What is up with these UFC fighters calling out these top boxers? Junior Dos Santos, the former UFC heavyweight champion, is at it. Now he wants to fight WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder sometime down the line. But first, he has to get by the tough Cameroon, Francis Ngannou, on July 6th. And then he wants to win the UFC heavyweight title for a second time in his mixed martial arts career. But look. At the age of 35, being knocked out multiple times, having to come back from injuries, and just knowing that punch resistance, if it once was good, is no longer what it used to be, no longer what it needs to be, in order to fight a high caliber heavyweight knockout puncher. You know what I'm saying? He's a devastating puncher. Wilder is. And let's before we even talk about that, let's look at the shit he has to deal with, Joe Santos, um, in the UFC and mixed martial arts. These guys wear what 4 ounce gloves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got their hands padded and wrapped. But look, if you're an above average puncher in the UFC or mixed martial arts in general, there's a high probability that you're gonna more than likely drop and hurt your opponent and possibly stop him. You know what I'm saying? And for a guy that's been knocked out multiple times, um, you'd think he'd avoid wanting to, face Deontay Wilder or anybody on that level in another sport like boxing, due to the deficiencies in his stand-up game, his foot movement, his head movement, and his punch resistance. He doesn't, possess the skills to translate from the octagon to the square circle and be successful. He just doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And there's very few, if any, boxers that are able to translate from boxing to MMA and vice versa, MMA to boxing. We all know that Conor McGregor talked his way into a fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. He eventually got his ass knocked out in the 10th round, in a fight that Floyd Mayweather Jr. clearly carried him. Those two guys made huge money, but the difference is while Wilder is growing as a money man and a big attraction in the sport of boxing, Junior Dos Santos, while respected and has a nice fan base, he's nowhere near the talker, the entertainer, the fighter that Conor McGregor is. You know what I'm saying? Conor McGregor can sell salt to a slug. He can get you riled up. He can get you out of your element, out of your comfort zone to make to make you do things that you're not accustomed to doing. And Junior Dos Santos is a guy that it just won't end well for him if he decided to go over to the sport of boxing and fight Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz, any of these top 10, top 15 heavyweights, easily knocks his ass out. But let me read a quote from the article, and I'll post a link from MMAfighting.com down in the description box below so you all can check it out for yourself. Um, but this is what he had to say. I believe I had. Oh no! Hold on. All right, he talked about when he called out former heavyweight champion Vladimir Klitschko back in 2012. This is what he said. Back when I was the champion in 2012, I challenged Vladimir Klitschko. He was the champion at the time, and I said I would beat Vladimir Klitschko in a boxing match. But of course, I'm not a good promoter like Conor McGregor, and he got the fight against Floyd Mayweather. Klitschko actually replied to me. He said, anytime, anywhere, something like that. But then I lost my belt. I lost the fight to Velasquez, and I lost the belt, so it didn't make much sense anymore to promote that fight. Now my biggest goal is to go back, fight for that title in the UFC, take the belt back, then start promoting a fight against one of the boxing champions. And then he also, this is what he said about Wilder. I think, and I already have an idea in my mind who it could be. It could be Deontay Wilder because everything I see about Deontay, he's a great champion. He knocks everybody out and he doesn't run away from a good match. He accepts all the matches. Some of the guys pick fights, but this guy is not picking fights. He's fighting everybody. So if we have a good match, we are able to make people want to see that fight, and there's a chance it can happen. I've been watching him for a long time. I actually admire him. His boxing skills are different, but I think that's the perfect match for me. I can see many, many holes in this game. Can you imagine? I'm not worrying about no takedowns, no kicks, no jiu-jitsu, only boxing. That would be paradise for me. That was a lot to read, but look, man. Yes, Deontay Wilder is a flawed, fundamentally, technically fighter, but he has an excellent jab. He is 6'7" with a long reach. He's very athletic. He's very nimble and agile. He can move his feet, and that right hand is the deal breaker. It is the hammer. It is the close the book. The fat lady is singing type power in that right hand. And I just don't see a chinny, older Junior Dos Santos being able to fuck with Deontay Wilder in the boxing ring. Now, if this was in the octagon, oh, the roles would be reversed. Wilder will have slim to no chance at all to defeat Junior Dos Santos, even though Junior Dos Santos is older, chinny, what I'm saying, has a lot of mileage on his body. That is still his element. That is still his playground. So you would have to give him the benefit of the doubt in the upper hand heading to that matchup. But look, this is a pipe dream. I doubt this fight ever happens. And if it does, I don't think it'll be in a genuine, type of, boxing match. It might be celebrity, sparring or whatnot for a charity. It could be something else, but I don't think that Wilder will waste his time on a guy who is seemingly, we're going to see if he's well past his prime. A guy who is not as relevant as he once was back a few years ago. So we shall see what makes it is, what if anything Wilder says to Dos Santos. But if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you enjoy the content throughout the channel, please hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications to be notified every time I upload content. Drop your comments in the comment section down below, giving me your thoughts on this. Until next time, I am out. Peace.